What's going on, guys? Hamilton here with the Trading Initiative, and welcome to another trade review. This is going to be a quick, fun 10-minute trade review going over an obscure company, international paper, ticker IP, where a few of our members were able to grab this for over 1,000%. Okay, so let's start off the review by just simply looking at the chart here. I want you to get your wits about you, see why this ended up being over a 1,000% winner for a certain member within our group, and then we're going to go back and start from the very beginning. Now, the TTI swing trading system has three distinct phases, and that first phase is market analysis, where we use CoiFin or some other piece of software to analyze parts of the market that are showing relative strength and are showing relative weakness. What you're looking at here is the US sector performance year to date, and what I want you to focus on here is the materials sector, ticker XLB, trending below zero the entire year, which means the material sector at this point is down 24.87% year to date. This means we are taking an inherently bearish stance on the material sector. Now, when we pull up ticker XLB, the material sector on TradingView, you can see that we have been stuck in a horizontal consolidation pattern for the better part of an entire year. This is what we call inside the Trading Initiative a distribution pattern, which is based off of the Wyckoff market model. And what distribution means is it's a period in price action where sellers are taking advantage of buyers and unloading rather large positions within this horizontal consolidation. What you can expect after a distribution is something we call a markdown period, which is simply a series of lower lows, aka a downtrend. Specifically, XLB broke our horizontal level at around $80 way back in June. We came down, hit a new low, came back up, tested previous support as resistance, and once again oscillated to lower lows. I want you to focus on the most recent oscillation up towards the support turn resistance and then into a lower low. This is where we were actually looking to take some material names to the downside. So through your favorite scanning software, we typically use FinViz as a group. We scanned through the material sector and we found IP on around September 5th, September 6th in towards this horizontal level test. Now, if you've been watching our content, you know that we absolutely love these horizontal level areas, either to the downside or to the upside. And knowing that the material sector was a sector that we wanted to get short and watching IP break down in towards this horizontal level, we knew that there was a relatively high percent chance that IP was going to break this level and eventually flip it and potentially capitulate. And here's the actual trade idea on September 7th as we posted it in the morning. You can see the actual chart, the horizontal level breakdown that we were expecting, and the potential plays. A risk on below 40.50. We want to stop looking too short if we do break above 41.75 with a price target number 1 of 38. IV was below the 50, so that opened us up to the possibility of puts. And we identified those 37.5 puts as the strike and the contract that we wanted to attack. First guy in our group that grabbed it was IW Beyond, who grabbed it for about 50 cents. Now, it wouldn't be fair for me to show you the big win without talking through the struggle that came off of opening the position. As you can see, IW Beyond actually did open it on a green day, which is what we like to go for. When we're looking for a continued breakdown, we want to buy on a pullback, which would be to the upside, to get a discount on those contracts. Unfortunately, IP pulled back 4 days straight and hit our risk off level, meaning that we would not want to add any more size into this position. And by September 12th, we were asking, should we be looking to stop out of this position? Did we just short a local bottom? Now, as a community, we voted to stay in the play, and the very next day, we got a gap down right back into the original area we were looking to short. And as we flip back to Discord, I want you to focus. IW Beyond was red the entire time in that position and just recently got back to break even on September 13th. Remember, as a swing trader, time is on your side. Us specifically within TTI stress this every single day. We focus on positions that move anywhere between 5 days and 5 weeks. Therefore, we are not necessarily worried if the very next day the trade turns red. As long as the trade idea still makes sense on the chart, we try to stick through these as long as possible. And in this instance, it worked out flawlessly. Their position was red for 4 days straight before a gap down back to break even, and then subsequently the big capitulation move that we had originally planned for. Now, our first price target was completely gapped through, and a majority of the guys in the group decided to take profits on the initial capitulation candle because the contracts were up multiple hundreds of percent. A strategy that we like to deploy within TTI is to take profits at 100%, close half of your position, and then let the other half run relatively risk-free. This allows you to stay in positions a lot longer without incurring significant account balance risk. In this case, IW Beyond on September 16th closed 7 of his original 10 contracts at 480%. And left the other 3 on the books to continue the potential move to the downside. And just so you're fully aware, September 16th was the capitulation candle that we had originally planned to grab. Now, I'm not going to lie, we did not expect this big of a capitulation candle. Very rarely can anyone absolutely call this to the T, but this did meet our original PT target of 38, and thus most of the traders in TTI were either happy with the overall profits or decided to take a lot of risk off the books to leave a few runners. Over the next few sessions, IP continued to capitulate an additional 11 to 12%, and IW Beyond has consistently stayed in those last 3 contracts and has subsequently broke that 1000% marker. Seeing as how IP is reacting to today's price action, I think it's relatively safe to assume that those contracts are going to be up somewhere around 1100% by the end of the session. And this trade in particular is a great illustration of when everything within the TTI system hits perfectly. It started off with our market analysis on Koyfin and identifying the potential opportunity to short the materials sector. The second phase of the TTI system is to actually scan for potential setups, which is where we found IP during one of our group strategy sessions. We used FinViz to find areas of the market within that sector that we would like to short. And then the last part of our system is actually going out, buying the play, whether it's contracts or shares, and then managing it. In this case, IW Beyond managed his position beautifully by taking a lot of risk out of the market by taking profits at 480% on September 16th, while allowing those last 3 contracts to accrue to massive profits. Now I want to show you guys something really quick. The contract pricing history. Most of the guys in the group bought it on this September 7th, where it had a low of 49 and a high of 56. Most of the guys were averaging around the 50-cent mark fill. As you can see over the next few trading sessions, they devalued all the way down to about 0.27, which is around a 50% haircut on those positions. But once again, I want to stress, within TTI, we do not simply cut because the contracts are down. We cut when the trade idea is no longer valid. Because the guys in TTI were able to stick through the drawdown on the contracts, because the trade idea still made sense on the chart, you see the stratospheric move up near $6 per contract. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you score a 1000% plus winner. It requires sophistication, it requires maturity, and maybe a little bit of balls on your side. Congrats to IW Beyond and the other guys inside of TTI. This was an obscure name that we ended up trading, and it ended up blowing our expectations out of the water. And it wouldn't be right without a pitch at the end. We will make you a better trader in 90 days or your money back. If you're an experienced trader, we will help you tweak your current system to bring in more profits. If you're a beginner trader, we will teach you the right way, the TTI way, from the very beginning. If you want access to all of the different charts and setups, and strategy sessions, and the live trading, check the link below in the description, and I'll catch you in the next video.